Let's go! Guys, I found something extremely interesting in the Bitcoin chart, and we might be in for a huge rally in Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market as well. So we are going to take a look at that. We're also talking about Bitcoin on a more short-term level right now. We are going down. Where is this going to end? I'm going to give you my exact thoughts here in this video. We're also talking about Ethereum, which broke its previous all-time high. Are we going to go up to this target here at 1,750? And believe it or not, I'm also going to give you a trading setup for Cardano. So if you're holding Cardano, you might want to continue watching this video. I will give you an update on my trade over on Femex and much more. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Cristiano, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe right now. I bring you these TA videos on this channel. And right now, let's get straight into Bitcoin because things are happening. So on the shorter term, where are we right now on Bitcoin? Well, we have broken above this resistance right here, 34,500. This is fantastic. So of course, this is being fueled by traditional markets. You can see that the traditional markets, they are doing well right now. In fact, we are close to our previous all-time high. And of course, I have been covering this on my Twitter. I have been making several videos telling you to keep your eyes on the traditional markets, and that is also how we knew that this top of this triangle here was going to hold, and that as long as the traditional markets became green or continued being green, which they continued, we were always going to see this rally in Bitcoin. But what now? Well, obviously the next level of support, if we continue going down here, is going to be at 34,523. So keep your eyes on this. This is actually going to be pretty significant probably, because you can see that we struggled so long with this level. These are 4-hour candles. So during the course of a couple of days, we tried breaking through this, and eventually we actually did that. So keep your eyes on this level for sure. Other than that, if I flip on the moving averages, you can see that on the 4-hour, we are actually being supported right now by the 7-period moving average. And under them, we are going to have the 21 and the 50. So this is also good that we are above all of these moving averages right now. This is going to be confluenced with this level right here. And if we go to the daily, now you can see that on the daily, we're also having the 7-day moving average, the 20-day moving average being in close proximity of this resistance as well. So what should you make of all of this? Well, this line here, 34,500, is going to be pretty strong right now. So let's get back to Bitcoin, and we actually had a small little head and shoulders being formed here. So you had the head, you had the second shoulder right here, and the breakout target from this pattern actually was pretty much reached here at $36,000, call it $37,000. So now let's see if we are going to consolidate for a bit here, and let's see if this is going to hold. I think that this is going to be pretty strong, just like I told you previously, with all of the moving averages also lining up at this level. So if we can make a bounce off of this level, that is going to be absolutely fine for Bitcoin. So before we move into Ethereum, there's 2 days left to take advantage of the $1,150 bonus over on Bybit. So sign up using this link, use the code JACKPOT, and deposit any of these amounts. Also, if you want to get $200 for free on Femex, you can use this link right here. So now let's talk about it or not. Actually, let me show you something insane I found in the chart. So if we scroll out, and we are on 4-hourly candles right now. We scroll out, and what have we been talking about? Well, we've been talking about traditional markets. The traditional markets are right now close to an all-time high here on the futures market. You can see that all-time high is at 38,053 thereabouts on the S&P 500 futures, and we are very close to it. So this rally fueled this rally in Bitcoin. But the question now is, of course, are we going to continue here? Are we going to break our previous all-time high here on the S&P 500? Well, I got extremely valuable information for you. So let's get straight into it. If we zoom out here, you can see that we have had these dips in the S&P 500 previously. So let's take this for example. You can see that from the 3rd of September, we went down on the traditional markets all the way down to the 24th of September. During this period, we went down. And let's take a look at what Bitcoin did. So let's go to the beginning of September. So 2nd of September was right here on the S&P 500. 2nd of September was right here. As you can see that the S&P 500, it went down by 10% up until the 25th of September. Now Bitcoin, up until the 25th of September, well, at the very lowest range, it went down by 20%, but then it went sideways, and then it bottomed at the 24th of September instead of the 25th of September in traditional markets, but it went down by 17%. Okay, so that's cool, but there's another thing I need to show you. Look at this. Eventually, we came up again and we broke our previous all-time high right here, and from the end of October, let me measure this, from the end of October up until pretty much today, we went up by 20% in traditional markets. Now, by the end of October, Bitcoin was right here at I'll call it $13,000. So it seems like an eternity ago. It was just a couple of months ago, Bitcoin was at $13,000. So it just goes to show how quickly we've actually gone up now. But well, from the end of October, remember the S&P 500, traditional markets went up by almost 20%. Now, Bitcoin went up by an insane 233%. So, what I am going to ask myself right now, is this going to repeat itself? Is the S&P 500 going to break its previous all-time high right here? Previous all-time high being here, just like we did here. We broke our previous all-time high and we went into a huge rally. Well, how likely is that? Of course, the question you have to ask yourself is the traditional markets going to continue? Is the stock market going to crash? A lot of people are saying that the stock market is going to crash. My belief is this. We've been printing so much money throughout this entire year. Okay, 2020, 2021, you can see that we've been printing so much money. It's the black line right here, the M2 money growth, the growth in money. You can see it's peaked here at 26%. But the inflation has not really picked up yet, and the inflation is going to pick up, and that is going to shoot the traditional markets, Bitcoin and everything else, into the sky. That's my belief. I don't think that you are going to have a huge crash in the stock market for as long as money is being printed. There's too much, stuff going on behind the scenes, and the rich, they are never going to get screwed because they are the ones who are taking the decisions. And so they have stocks, they have real estate, they have all of these assets which are going to become more valuable as more money is being printed. So I think the stock market is going to continue. We are going to break our previous all-time high. We are going to go into price discovery mode, and then you are going to see Bitcoin just explode. We're still $5,000 from our previous all-time high. Remember that. And yes, we did have a huge rally prior to that, but long term, just like I showed you in the video yesterday when we compared all of the halvings, the price appreciation after each halving, we are well on track to reach $100,000, $200,000 and beyond. So what do you think of this, guys? Do you think that we are going to have a rally in the traditional markets? And do you think that Bitcoin is going to repeat what you saw from the end of October and this huge rally towards $42,000, $43,000? Let me know down in the comment section. Now let's talk about Ethereum. So we did break finally our all-time high on Ethereum. So we had this huge triangle breakout target, 1,750. Now you're seeing Bitcoin go down, so of course you're seeing Ethereum go down as well, and I would bet that you're seeing also probably the traditional markets go down. Yes, on the futures you can see that you have this red candle, and this is going to coincide with Ethereum going down and Bitcoin going down. You can see that we have at the end here you have red candles on all of these assets. So I hope that you now understand the importance of the traditional markets. I have been saying this, I made several videos here anticipating the traditional markets opening and keeping your eyes on them. And I've been receiving so many messages with people who have been making so much money off of this information. So congratulations to all of you. But what should we make of the situation right now on Ethereum? Well, we are right now in price discovery mode, and I would not be surprised to see us shoot up to $1,800 pretty quickly here if Bitcoin can just relax itself together with the traditional markets. But on the way down, of course, we have to consider this. You're obviously going to have big support here at 1,420. And are we going to reach these levels, my make it or break it level again? I don't know, maybe. I mean, you would have to see almost a 50% crash in the Ethereum price in order for us to get to this range here at 800,000. Perhaps one day we will be able to say that Ethereum is going to crash down to $800,000. But for now, let's stick with $800. Well, higher ends of the $800 range here. Well, you also have this support here at 1,125. You have this cluster basically between 1,115 up to 1,200. So this is going to be strong support, and obviously also 1,425-ish right here. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to point out here on Bitcoin again is that if we flip on the volume, you can see that with this breakout, we didn't really see that significant volume on these particular candles right here. So I mean, it wasn't like this bounce here, it wasn't like this bounce here, it wasn't even like what you saw the last time we bounced off of this very support level right here. You at least saw some more volume. Right now, overall, the volumes are going down because that's what you see when Bitcoin goes sideways for an extended period of time. You know, people just lose interest in Bitcoin, but as I've always said, patience is going to be very rewarding in the crypto space. Now, let's move on. I want to trade a very important setup with Cardano. So if you're a Cardano holder, check this out. We are right now inside of this wedge right here. We are on the 4-hourly candles. And you can see that we hit it one time here. We went down, we hit it, we went up, we hit it there, right there. Small consolidation here, but we hit it multiple times on the way down, and then we hit the roof there. And are we now going to potentially come down here? So there's pretty much two trades you can make. You can either wait for this to break to the upside and make a trade, my signature trade of buying a little bit as we are breaking out, and then buying even more as we are confirming the breakout and taking out the previous high and continue into the upside. So that is my signature move when we are seeing a breakout out of any of these formations. But the better thing to do is, if we actually come down here, to buy all the way down here at 36 cents. And this is, according to history, a very strong support level, and then ride it all the way up here and take profit at the top of this range. So that would actually be a quick 30%. And if you do it on Femex, you can use some leverage if you want to. And that 30% could be, you know, on a 10x leverage, 300% instead. So this trade is the safer bet. And in general, it's always better to buy at the lower ends here. The lower the price, of course, the lower the likelihood of getting burned. Now, the negative side of doing this kind of trade is that we may not come down to this level again. Let's see what happens. But what if we just consolidate here and then we break this and we never come down to this level? That's obviously the risk you have to take, but you don't have to do one of the either. You can do this trade and you can also do the breakout trade if that happens. So this is what you want to do as a trader. You want to be prepared for all different scenarios. That's what I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to watch the trading tutorial popping up in the middle of this video right now, and I will see you right there.